homeowners, it's not a question of if, but when the next hurricane will come. No matter what Florida weather has in store, Storm Smart has products that protect every opening of your home while improving the look, feel, and function. From durable aluminum shutters, high-impact windows and doors, to our innovative storm catcher screens, products that enhance the beauty of your home and keep your family safe. Because smart is complete hurricane protection, and smart is peace of mind. Call Storm Smart today for your free in-home consultation.
When your power goes out, remember just how inconvenient your life can be. No lights, no refrigeration, no heating or cooling, no electronics. But with a Generac home standby generator, you'll have power when you need it. Our Generac generators automatically provide backup power after sensing a power outage, so your life goes on uninterrupted. Get a free 10-year warranty with the purchase of any air-cooled generator. Call Generac Generators today. Generac Generators. Life is primitive without power.
Streaming from the Tampa Bay 28 Weather Center in Studio A, this is Dennis Phillips Live. Brought to you by Storm Smart. Protect every opening of your home. And Generac Generators. Life is primitive without power.
How you doing, everybody? It is a Thursday night edition of Dennis Phillips Live. Welcome. Last night, I was fortunate enough to MC an event over at Benchmark International, formerly Amalie, formerly the Ice Palace. Met a lot of folks, including a lot of our sponsors. Actually met the folks from Generac and met the folks from CK Construction, and really enjoyed kind of getting feedback on DPL, on Tampa Bay 28 News, and on the new partnership with the Lightning, which, if you're not familiar with it, if you're watching right now on Spectrum, on Channel 17, if you're watching right now on Frontier, Channel 23, and other possible locations are still in the works, you don't need a sports package. You can just buy a $20 antenna from Walmart, pop it in, and if you don't know how to do it, it's real easy. You literally take the plug, you plug it into your TV, and you look on the sources, and one of them will be antenna. You click on it, and it will, not all, but almost all, like 5 preseason games, 70 some odd of the 82 regular season games, and the first round of the playoffs will all be available for free. So last night, again, I had a chance to talk to a lot of the sponsors, had a chance to introduce some stuff, and Shay Ryan came out here like a champ and did SRL, Shay Ryan Live, and did a great job. So thanks to Shay. I'm actually emceeing another event next Thursday. So I think Shay will be here next Thursday as well. So she was kind of hesitant, but she made it very clear for me to thank all of y'all, especially for the folks on Facebook who are giving her time cues, who are giving her little feedback, little pointers, and we did it great. So anyway, thank you very much. Repping, now you guys know I was really excited about this. A lot of y'all are familiar with our Rule Number 7 merch. If you're not, it's something we've been doing for years where we donate the proceeds to local charities, Feeding Tampa Bay, Children's Miracle Network, whatnot. So about 3 weeks ago, I ordered 7 new hoodies. This is the FSU colors. I had the USF colors on Tuesday. We got a lot of folks are still asking how they get it. Again, the way that you go to the top of my Facebook page, and you'll see a link to all of our stuff. And there is obviously a ton of it. You can scroll through. Again, proceeds benefit all those local charities. You've got tumblers, you've got mugs, you've got hoodies, you've got tank tops, you've got zipper up front sweatshirts, which you asked for. And I say that because there was another a person put a suggestion on there. Hey, we need some wet, like the shirts that you wear when you're in the pool or when you're fishing. And I don't remember what they were called, but we actually had one made up. So we made them. Well, we did it. And these are like the stretchy shirts. They're not available yet on the site because we got the sample today. So this is kind of what it looks like. And then the back looks like this. So it's a swim top, I guess, but it's also for fishing, I think. So anyway, we're checking. So what do you think? Do you like the colors? Do you like the positioning? Because I don't know if the top is a little bit high. We're thinking maybe you lower that one just a little bit. I'm not sure. But this should be available shortly on the website. And again, all proceeds benefit local charities, including Feeding Tampa Bay Children's Miracle Network. All right, so we've got quite a few things to go over. Let's start with local radar. And by the way, what I suggest to folks is if you're watching on TV, you can. My family used to kind of have this on the computer. Now, while they're having dinner or whatever, they actually have this on the TV, so it's kind of cool. They can watch on TV. At the same time, you can follow along on your phone or follow along on your computer with Q&A. Because this show started all interactive. I mean, and by the way, one of the things I was talking yesterday with the folks at the Lightning, they're going to kind of take what we're doing here, and they're going to have a Q&A interactive stream going on during the broadcast. So that's a little something that's, I don't know if I was supposed to say that. Oh, well, cat's out of the bag. But they're going to be doing that as well. So there's lots of cool things coming up on those broadcasts, which we'll be seeing on the spot. So again, like I said, you can watch on TV, you can follow along on Facebook, ask questions, and I certainly follow along the best that I can. Sometimes I'm looking at the camera, sometimes I'm looking over here, but usually our last segment of the night, we call our Heat Lightning Round, where it's all Q&A. And in addition, we go longer than just when the television program goes. We obviously go afterwards on Facebook as well to answer your questions. So Shelly got her rule number 7 zip-up hoodie today. So I have not seen one, Shelly. So be honest. Tell us how it is, because that's how we kind of adjust. And, oh, wow, Deb's from Lewistown, PA. I know it well. It's about 30 miles outside of Penn State. Because having the fact that I was a Penn Stater, I know Lewistown very well. So what are you doing in Lewistown? We've got Stephen in Clearwater. How you doing, Stephen? We have got Angela wants to know how the weather's going to be like the 25th to the 31st. Should be fine. Rash guard shirt, that's what it's called. Could move the graphic to the sleeve, Charlotte says. That is an interesting thought. Oh, man, Sean, you are right. I forgot the band button. Stand by. Wait a minute. I got to go get the band button. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, what is DPL without having a band button? Hopefully I won't have to use it. It's in this drawer back here in this little file cabinet. Okay, there we go. I got it. I got tested. It works. All right. Should ban myself for forgetting the band button. That's just bad. That is just bad. That is bad form, Dennis. That's bad form. All right. So anyway, let's go back to radar and see what it is. So we've got a huge pattern change coming up. Huge. As Julia Roberts said in Pretty Woman, do you work on commission? Why, yes, I do. Big mistake. Huge. I don't know why. I love that quote. That one and My Cousin Vinny. Those are two of my favorites. Sharon in Lakeland, how you doing? So there's a look at radar, all right? And most of the rain is across those inland spots. Sandy, thank you very much for the stars. All stars go to local charities as well. So let's go ahead and take a quick look at radar, because we have got a lot of stuff to talk about. Big changes to our weather that's going to have an impact on your daily living starting tomorrow. There's some rain across inland areas. But if you look out into the Gulf, you see kind of that little action going on out there, right? That is a sign of things to come. Look at Futurecast. I'm going to go ahead and jump ahead to Futurecast, and then we'll go into a break and we'll talk tropics. But look at what happens. In fact, let's just go ahead and back this up a little bit. Back to about 6 a.m., all right? We're going to have what we call an onshore flow, a southwest to northeast flow. And that means everything is going to be changing about our weather for the next week. Instead of sunny mornings, sunny early afternoons, super hot, and rain after 4 o'clock, we're going to start to see the rain earlier in the day. So even around 6, 7 a.m., you will start to see rain moving in from the coast, okay? Allie will be in tomorrow for Shay. Greg will be in tomorrow. He'll be tracking it live. But we are going to see some morning rains. And what is very common with this kind of a pattern, you probably know if you've watched EPL, I've said it 11 billion times. You get an onshore flow like this, it is very common in August and July to get water spouts offshore. Every now and again, second day in a row that I'm seeing freezing on Facebook. But are we freezing on TV? That is the question. And you can't blame me. This is purely the internet. So I'm going to have to talk to the powers that be and make sure that this computer has itself some quick hold on, stand by. Let's call Master Control real quick, and then we'll take a break, and we'll ask them if we're freezing on TV. This might be another reason to watch on TV. Stand by. Fine on TV. All right, there we go. Thank you very much, Scott. All right, so Scott, our expert Master Control operator, says we are fine on TV. So there you go, folks. Frantically change the channel if we're freezing on social to go on television. There is just another reason why you watch on TV and follow along, because the comments don't freeze, the picture freezes. But I will promise you, I will talk to the powers that be and say, look, guys, we need some faster internet in here. We need a dedicated line. We need something dedicated right to the satellite, okay? Anyway, so as I was saying, the rain comes in, coastal areas in the morning, moves inland later in the afternoon. And because we have more clouds in the morning, afternoon highs will not be nearly as hot tomorrow. We're going to go upper 80s to around 90. Now, inland areas, you're going to get your rain later, so you'll still be 93, 94. But coastal areas, 88 or 89. And as you see right here, it's going to continue right on into the afternoon, and then everything ends in the evening. So we don't get evening rain, we get morning rain. I am already 4 minutes heavy. I'll be back in 90 seconds, and we will talk tropics. Charlotte just said, break is so late. Yep. Yeah, it's just awful. Okay. So wait a minute. Kathleen, are you saying the internet is awful or I'm awful? So please elaborate. Because unfortunately, you know, I got lost signal notice on my screen. Yeah, so my screaming break. Break! I know, I'm going really heavy. Yeah, Joe is right. It is all about the wind. Oh, tomorrow morning, Lindsay, I say no. I say there will be rain at 7:47. Laszlo, how goes it, my man? Frontier 23, Spectrum 17, 66.1 OTA. That is correct. All right, so we'll finish up real quick, and then we'll jump to tropics. Everybody's like, oop, great, break is late. Freezing has never been this bad. It's an internet thing. It's definitely an internet thing. So it's our cable. Yeah, it might be a Spectrum problem, Jules. It might be. Kathleen goes, not you, goofy. All right. Okay, so we're back in 4, 3. I'll tell you, I love the interaction that's going on. The comments aren't freezing. The picture is freezing on the internet. That is something that will need to be addressed ASAP, all right? But the comments just cracked me up because you guys, somebody said, it's never been this bad before. And I'm like, the show? They go, no, goofy, it's the internet's bad. So we will work on it. Let's go in and take these full screen so you can see them, and then we're going to jump into tropics, okay? Because I'm already ridiculously over in terms of time. Yeah, really bad. So, all right, so there you go. There's a look at the rain, and Saturday morning, guys, we see the same setup. Onshore flow, and Joe mentioned a couple minutes ago, it's all about the wind. And now Mary's saying no sound. Oh, stop messing with me, Mary. Yes, there is. So, it's all blowing up in my face. All right. Point is, you get an onshore flow like this, you have morning rains. Now, for the Bucks game, if it's an evening game, you're going to be okay. Now, Scott says Frontier was freezing. That's an interesting thing. But I don't know. Our master control guy is looking at it, and he's saying he's not seeing freezing. So anyway, as I was saying, Michaela, who do we call not acceptable? Facebook is fine now. No more buffering. Yeah, right now it's okay. But it's an internet thing. It's absolutely an internet thing. Jane is at, anyway, I'll get to tropics in just a second. So point is, when you get this kind of a pattern, the mornings are wet along the coast, it pushes inland, and by the evening, we're mostly dry. So if the Bucks game, and it is against the Bills on Saturday night, it's an evening game, I don't think there's any rain. I think you're fine. The rain will have pushed inland. Notice a little bit cooler over the weekend just because we're going to have clouds earlier in the day. All right, here are the new tropics. Let us see if there's some new numbers out from the Hurricane Center yet. That is 60 and 80. So, yep, it has been bumped up. So the colors you see here are right. The numbers I have to put in manually. So that red area has just been bumped up to 60 to 80. We'll show you this. All right, this is the new tropical stuff. This does develop and becomes renowned Bermuda. Now, people chance of developing over the next week. Showers and thunderstorms associated with the tropical wave located several hundred miles west-southwest of the Cabo Verde Islands have become better organized this evening. However, earlier satellite-derived surface winds show the system does not have a well-defined center. Environmental conditions appear marginally favorable for development over the next day or so, and a short-lived depression could form. Key words: in a couple of days, environmental conditions are expected to become unfavorable for future development. So guys, that is extremely important, all right? Is it going to develop? Possibly. Will it continue through the islands and into the Gulf or the Western Caribbean? Odds are no. And I will tell you why. We will look at the models, the AI, the Euro, the GFS, and the long-range predictions to talk not just about that, but what happens in September in 90 seconds as DPL continues. Yeah, I went 11 minutes in the first segment, and I think I went 4 on that one, but I just had to do it. It keeps saying tropical stuff like a remixed song. I have no idea what you mean by that. It keeps repeating. Well, show the 60-80. What is repeating? I'm confused. What are you hearing? Wait a minute. Let me listen to the audio, because let me call up my IFB. Are you guys hearing something? Stand by. Let me get my IFB and listen, because you guys are sounding like you're hearing something. We'll show you the 60-80. Oh, it's on the internet. Yeah, it won't be on this. It's on Facebook. So again, we are definitely having Facebook issues, internet issues. No, it's not a hack. It's the internet. And you know what? This is a perfect example of why we need a dedicated internet line for this show. And that has to happen. So, you know what? This is good. Is it still doing 60-80 right now? It still is. I can't help you. I would switch to TV if I were you. Okay, 3, 2. All right, we are back on top and over again for the last 2 minutes. So, can't help you. It's got to be an internet satellite directly into the fixed models here, okay? All right. This is the Euro, okay? And we can start out like 6 days out, all right? And this is 6 days out, and what is it showing? A curve from the one system, right? There's the one. The other one in orange just kind of dies. See that? It just kind of dies right there. So it looks like a baguette. So the point is, what the Hurricane Center is saying, it'll have unfavorable conditions down the road, clearly because most of the models completely kill it, completely gone. But look what happens at the end. Now, I'm going to show you something I find pretty interesting. There are a couple of spots that develop some stuff in the northern Gulf. That's actually along a frontal boundary, I think. But I want you to, is it the AI that it showed it? Let me show you the AI and see if that's the one that shows it. No, it's the Euro. I mean, it's the GFS. I'm going to show you the GFS again because it's kind of nuts. So here's a look at the AI, okay? AI shows the same thing. You look at this system down in the Caribbean, right? and it just disappears. I mean, there's one band that goes right there in the northern Bahamas. And that's it. Otherwise, there's really very little, except for a little stuff out in the Yucatan here. That's where it gets interesting. So my point is, yes, what the hurricane is talking about right here, the Hurricane Center is talking about, this area could develop and move this way, okay? But it looks very likely that it is going to fizzle out before ever really doing anything. So we're going to be looking at a Labor Day weekend that we might have nothing going on, which is crazy. But here's how I wanted to show you the GFS. I want you to look down here. Look right around here, okay? Watch what the GFS does down the road. So nothing's going on. The stuff's going north. And then you get one little area that develops. Look at this one line that goes over central and turns into a hurricane into the Big Bend. So you have got a route, and I'm going to draw it. This is one out of the 51 members that goes like this, and like this, and like this, and like this. And that's it. Other than that, the Gulf, even with the GFS-icanes, and the Caribbean are nothing, zero. And this takes us through September 5th. So we get through Labor Day weekend and the following week with nothing. So that is unbelievable that you are looking at that kind of development or lack thereof when we really are typically in the peak of hurricane season. So there you have it, all right? I know Facebook is all messed up with the internet. We're going to go to a break on TV. We'll be back in 90 seconds. Charlotte, thank you for the break reminder. No sound again. I don't know what to tell you. I don't. It's not my internet. Sound is going in and out, and all right. And now we're gonna do heat lightning round. So now to just be questions. Yeah, I'm gonna ban the internet right now because it's pretty awful. But we gotta fix this because it's been an issue now two shows in a row that it's freezing and everything else. So I'm gonna be sending some emails out. I'm gonna say, watch the show and you'll see, because if the playback, I'm sure it's gonna be exactly the same. Okay, Kate, that is a great question. I will mention that on TV coming up in just a minute. What their plans are, because they do have plans. So it looks like the internet's better. I get better internet in Indian Trails. Is it still doing it? Is it still doing it? My Gators hoodie, Charlotte, is back there, and I will be wearing it tomorrow. I'll be wearing my Gators hoodie tomorrow. I think it is. I think it is, Morgan. Okay, we are back. Our final segment of Dennis Phillips Live. This is our Heat Lightning round. This is just questions, Q&A. Someone asked if Labor Day week games and DPL outside of Spectrum and Front all need a dedicated internet line for this computer. It's that simple. That's going to be the only fix. Sean's, it only seems to do it when you go back from TV, video freezing. All right, so we're still on TV. So anyway, will the waves affect a cruise to Key West on the 29th? No, Patty, by then it will be over. So you are okay. KJ says Facebook is nearly unwatchable with buffering again and again. Yep, I get it. We're definitely going to have that worked on. I will be sending an email ASAP, 911, immediately, right after this show. Okay? It was fine during the break. As soon as you went back on air, it messed it up. So my guess is this computer, which sends it out everywhere, might be taking up some serious bandwidth, and it's causing some issues for Facebook. Don't know. But the direct stream to TV is okay. All right, so Thank you, Kelly. Appreciate it. Weather is fine for Friday night football games. Ken, Polk County, inland areas, and Highlands County could have some rain tomorrow night for Friday night games. Everything's moving inland. Coastal areas will be okay. Nikki's saying it's fine now. Washout Saturday and Sunday, David asks. No, but in the mornings, west of I-75 will be your rain. Mid-afternoon on, no rain west of I-75. It's all going to be east of I-75. And in the evenings, the rains will be inland. Haley, I can't watch anything. TV is... No, okay, now see, all right. Lisa's saying TV online freezes. Yes, because you're watching it on the internet. If you're watching on TV, the actual broadcast TV station, you're not freezing. So we will get to the bottom of this, but the answer to the question is if you were watching on TV, you had no freezing at all. But if you're watching because this requires internet, it's all freezing, and that has got to be remedied. If I'm going to be giving up 5 nights a week, doing this every night on broadcast and everything else, we got to have the technology up and running for you guys, because otherwise it defeats the purpose. We're not going to be able to be interactive and on TV at the same time if we don't have internet that's worthwhile. Ooh, stream Master Control again and ask them. All right. So would stream, it's horrible. It's unwatchable right now on internet. So, I mean, well, that's what I was going to ask you. So streaming is okay, but watching on Facebook, I'm watching it myself. It is unwatchable. I mean, it's half of the show has been gone and frozen. So Wirecast goes out to you for stream, or do you get the stream from the same source that you get for TV? You know what I'm saying? Because I send out, I'm getting a flashing green thing on Wirecast. It is the internet. It's absolutely the internet. So that, yeah, we're going to have to. But it's different because my stream goes to Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. I don't know if my stream goes to streaming. I think your streaming comes from a different source. But isn't Wirecast a source for TV as well? So it's not. So it's clearly not a broadcast thing. Got it. Right. Yeah, I think so. I'm still on, but I'm reading the comments as we're going here. It says, I have Frontier, Roku, internet, watching on YouTube. Yeah, again, folks, if you're watching, it's not your internet, it's our internet. Like, our internet is feeding out, and it's just not doing what it needs to. But when you're watching on TV, it's a completely different pathway. And it was clean, right? So TV was clean the whole time? Okay, all right, I'm gonna end the show, and I'll call you right back. All right, bye. Okay, so there you go, guys. We will get to the bottom of this, but you're right. It's 2 days in a row now that we've had this, and this is unacceptable, right? It's completely unacceptable. So, yeah, it is. I mean, and so before I stop, write in the comments what you actually got to hear, like what you saw, what happened for you, and where you were watching. And I'm going to look at this for the next couple of minutes because so Randy switched to the ABC app and it buffered a bit, but not as much as Facebook, okay? Now, Sarah, well, right now it's not freezing, but it was. So our internet, and it might be a bandwidth issue, maybe, but yeah, TV is clean. So Kelly was watching on TV. All right. So Leisha's saying it's the worst it's ever been. So yeah, internet. It is clearly a Spectrum internet issue because that's what we use. So this computer right here, I'll give you a little background here. This is the computer that sends it out to Facebook, to YouTube, to Instagram. It did it for TikTok for a while, but TikTok doesn't let you do it anymore. And I'm looking at a green light that usually is solid and it's flashing. So it makes me think that it's an internet issue. You know, I also sit here, I wonder if maybe just rebooting a computer might fix it too. I don't know. What do you think? I mean, so what do you guys think? Video and sound crazy. Sounded like a club remix. Watching on YouTube, it's been freezing. Yeah. So, Marilyn, all sources are the same. So, in other words, what you see on YouTube and what you see on Facebook and Instagram would all be the same. It's all the feed coming from us, which is bad. Yeah, runs band spectrum. So see, now Sarah's saying it's fine on YouTube. So Facebook chopped out a third of the show. Yeah. On a desktop, video and audio aren't synced. Watched on 17, fine. Yeah, see, so that's the thing. TV was fine, but nothing else. Oh, Marianne, we have a name for that. When it happens, when our lips aren't synced with what you were hearing, and this has been going on for 20 years, we've been doing the show, we call it Godzilla. Exactly like what you said, because it's, for obvious reasons, for Godzilla movies. But yeah, we've been doing this show for like 20 years, and that is exactly when it did not match, and it would happen from time to time, we would call it Godzilla. Could be downloading Windows Update. Interesting. Yeah, well, I'm going to pass this off to the engineering department because, yeah, if we don't have, and right now it looks like it's okay. So I don't know what to say, but we got to troubleshoot it because, yeah, we can't do this anymore. Ain't gonna work. All right, so I'm gonna reboot this computer and I'm gonna send this to the powers that be and let them know that this just did not work and we will try again tomorrow. Which is why you could be watching on TV because we had no freezing on television, channel 17 on Spectrum, channel 23 on Frontier, 66.1 OTA over the air with an antenna. And that would be it. So sorry about the technical issues, guys. I'm gonna ban our internet for the night and hopefully we can get some better internet that will get stuff up and running again, all right? Have a good night, and we'll see you tomorrow. Oh, wait a minute. Are we on TV tomorrow, or do we have WNBA tomorrow? Ooh, wait a minute. Stand by. Oh, if we're not on TV, it's really gonna be bad, because do we have TV tomorrow, or do we have WNBA? Ah, no TV, that's what I thought, okay. All right, I'll call you right back, bye-bye. Yeah, so no TV tomorrow, so it's just Facebook. So I will tell you, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, if we don't get this up and running, I don't even know if I'm gonna have a show, because it ain't worth it, right? It ain't worth it. It's frustrating for you and it's frustrating for me, so we'll see what happens. All right, anyway, have a good night, and we will see you at some point in time before the sign of the apocalypse shows up. I don't know, at some point we'll be back. All right. Have a good night, we'll see you later.